journey, right? So similarly, the soul taken this body and undergoes the transformation called the journey towards the journey continues. And in the journey, the soul takes this body, Atma in the udala எடுத்துச்சு அவ்வளவுதான் ஒன்றும் இல்லை. And as it takes the body, it needs relations, people, help from the society and everyone. So the relation, everything came. The soul automatically attracted the vibration and the similar people, life partner, children, everything came through the soul. It came just by that. அது இயற்கை எப்படி ஒரு நதி ஓடுது இல்லையா, அது மாதிரி அது அந்த இணைப்பில் அந்த ஃப்ளோல it has been formed like that. So we can't too much blame anybody here, including ourselves as well, for the mistakes that we have committed. As same way, we can't blame anybody for the mistakes that they have committed also, because there is a significant amount of illusion will be there, immaturity will be there, and ignorance will be there, innocence will be there, a lot of things will be there here, and all those comes along with that experience. Now, as we go and do meditation regularly, we realize we are not this body. Yes, we are not this body. Many times, that is the biggest fundamental problem behind the anger. You may think that I'm talking something else. It is not so. Anger, it's not desire, and we can't stop it like that. The topic comes when we have association ourselves with the body. That's where all confusion and all problem comes. When we correlate with this body is perishable. And the perishable body, we do all sort of things to retain it in a permanent way, which is impossible. The same, we are worrying about children that something will happen to them and their body and the future career, all worrying about for what? If they don't get a good studies and good marks, good life, or marks, or a job, career, or a marriage, or everything, their health will be spoiled. They'll be, something will happen to them at the end of the day. Finally, if you look at the final, what all the worries what we are having, something will happen to them, and their health will be spoiled. And after that, what will happen? They will die. If you look at the root of everything, all the worry, if you look at right, either will be at worrying about them, about their health, and finally they will not live long. That's what the final end point. Same way, when we worry about ourselves, our belongings like car, money, title, all these things, our belongings, our own well-being, our long life, it will point to the only the physical body has to be all concerned about the physical body of us, concerned about the physical body of other person. Now, if you look at the desire, now this desire formed on the basis of this body, formed on the basis of this body, which is impermanent, which is perishable, அழியக்கூடிய தேகத்தை அடிப்படையா வச்சு இந்த ஆசை எழுந்திருக்குது. அப்போ அந்த ஆசையே வந்து கற்பனை என்னாச்சு? The imagination itself becomes reference itself weak, so it will dissolve by itself. Of course, for day-to-day life, running, maintaining this body, all basic things are important. I'm not saying denying that basic needs, but attaching too much on that, are we suffering too much without having food? Are we suffering without having a shelter? We are not of that kind of a person. We have enough. All of us have enough for food, enough for shelter, and enough for clothes also. Basic things we all have. That means all of us have that comfort in our life. God has provided that comfort to us. What is worrying is, what is causing is these imaginary expectations. That expectations we need to drop off. And unless and until we drop off that expectations, anger cannot be stopped. It's difficult, very difficult. If you work on the anger, blessing helps. Yes, blessing helps to alleviate some of, cools down, all agreed. But the root, the expectation, if expectation is dissolved, that will get dissolved automatically. And understanding about the whole context of the life is very important. Yes. And if we need to repeatedly get into that, a bigger understanding of ourselves, that meditation helps. Meditation releases you from the confinement of the physical body. இந்த தேகம் தான் நான்கிற அந்த ஒரு சிறிய அபிப்பிராயத்திலிருந்து it takes you out from the confinement of this body, expands your mind in the little bit beyond that, in the universe, beyond that stars are there. They are all functioning very well. So we are confining ourselves here. So it takes you out from there. So you feel relaxed. And continuously, when we do that regularly, slowly our consciousness also shifts from the physical to something else, not something not physical. And slowly as it matures, it realizes that we are a soul. நான் ஒரு ஆத்மா என்பது உணர்வும் அது அந்த அடிப்படையில் அது கிடைக்க ஆரம்பிக்கும். So in this journey, when we go in this direction, slowly you will see the imaginary expectations created in the mind will automatically gets dissolved. It's day by day progress. It's slowly based on their own way of practicing yoga, association with the satsang. Slowly these imaginary expectations will be dissolved. As these expectations dissolve, anger also will dissolve. Yes, anger has a strong base of imaginary expectations on the life, oral life. வாழ்க்கையில ரொம்ப எதிர்பார்ப்பு இருந்தா, பற்று கொண்டிருந்தா கோபம் வரதான் செய்யும். கோபத்தை தவிர்க்கணும்னா வாழ்க்கையை பற்றி புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். You need to understand the life to reduce the anger. To understand the life, we need to understand ourselves first. Before understanding the life, first I need to understand myself, how I am flowing. The water droplet is there, right? It has to understand itself, from where it came and how its journey is going to be. So it will not create any hatred with anybody. Somebody eats a mango that has the water, now they have consumed it, and it becomes a urine. That urine now goes into the drainage. Now it again comes back in the main channel of river, and it finally comes back to the sea. Now if the water says, I will not get into the mango, because if I get into the mango, that human being will come and he will eat it, and I'll become his urine. And if I become urine, I'll go to a drainage. If I go to a drainage, then what will happen? We are not thinking beyond that. That's the problem. So after it become a drainage, again it may be absorbed by another plant, can come back again, finally it will come back to the river, and the river goes to the sea. All cycle will be like that only. So if the drop of water shows resistance, that shows illusion. நான் ஒரு மாம்பழத்துக்குள்ள செல்ல மாட்டேன். I should have avoided this mango in my life. I should have avoided this human being in my life. I should have avoided this drainage in my life. If the water things like that, it shows immaturity of the drop of water. Yeah, அது பக்குவமற்ற நிலையை தான் காட்டுது. Same way in our life, we have to meet all kind of circumstances based on the imprints and attachments that we have in our life, which we have to first accept. ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளணும். ஒன்றுமே ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளணும். எல்லாம் இறை சுரூபம் தான். ஆல் ஆர் இறைவனுடைய சுரூபம் தான். எங்க வேறுபடுத்தி பார்க்கறது? வேறுபடுத்தி பார்க்கறதுலாம் மனசு தான். எல்லாம் மைண்ட் only does all these things. Somebody is hurting you. Why he has come and hurted you in your life? Somebody comes and hurts in your life. Why? Simply nobody will come and hurt in our life. You have to undergo that hurting experience. Why is that hurting experience? There is a weakness in the soul. There is an immaturity in the soul. ஆத்மால ஒரு வீக்னஸ் இருக்கு. அந்த வீக்னஸ் எக்ஸ்போஸ் பண்ணணும். அப்பதான் அவர் வந்து ஹர்ட் பண்ணாதான் அங்க வீக்னஸ் எக்ஸ்போஸ் ஆகும். இல்லைன்னா எப்படி அது ஆகாதுல்ல. உள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய all inherent qualities will not come out. So how do I bring out all those things? Somebody come and hit you, expose you, and something has to be done so that we exposed. Then we do an introspection. Sometimes we fall into the illusion for a few years, few months. Then, oh, this person, if he is not come in my life would have become significantly changed. It is not like that. He has to come in your life. He or she has to come in your life. You have to go through that experience, and your weakness has to be exposed in the form of imprints, and undergo the hurt, illusion, or whatever, anything that can be. And after that, mind awakens now. Mind is awakened. Mana விழிப்பு நிலை அடையுது. After into an illusion for a prolonged period of time, after getting hurt prolonged period of time, what you think, you attain certain maturity in life. Who is hurted here? Who is illusioned here? Because of that person I got illusioned. Because of that person I undergo a lot of hurt. Who is hurted here? Not that person. So it's I, the ego, I have possessed myself. ஏதோ 7 விஷயங்கள்ல பிடிச்சுக்கோ. My body, my health, my title, my responsibilities, my sacrifices, my tolerances, so and so. It will identifies with all those kind of things as mine. I have sacrificed so many things. I'm a very great scholar. They cannot treat like that to me. Or I am a health, or I have so many noble qualities. They cannot treat like this to me. So these are all the things which the mind is possessing. Because of these possessions, the mind feels hurted. Not because the other person is hurting. Because of these possessions of the mind thinks really great due to certain things which it possesses. The moment it actually drops all the possessions that it has in its mind, automatically ego will go away. Now the other person comes and hurts you because you don't have anything to be hurted. What is there to hurt? If they hurt on certain areas of your life, that doesn't belong to you. Somebody damages someone's car, will you be hurted? No. Only when they damage your car, you will be hurted. Now your car is your car when you use it. Otherwise, you are not attached to that is your car. So somebody damages the car, you won't be that much hurted because you are not emotionally attached to that car. Same way, we are not if we are not emotionally attached with our sacrifices, our belongings, or whatever things that we have achieved in our life, educational qualifications, or anything else. If we are not attached to that, then what happens is we will not be hurted that much. We are hurted only when we have a very strong attachment. Now, the divine comes, brings a person in our life, exposes that weakness of attachment. That's what is life. If that person is not in our life, it will not expose the attachment that we have in our life. So it helps us to realize the attachment that we have in our mind. So once we realize that the attachment that we have in our mind, we work towards release the attachment, liberate from that. So if we see in that perspective, so the person who comes and hurts in our life is an opportunity for a liberation. விடுதலை அடைவதற்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பு. வெளிப்படையா பார்த்தா அவர் ஹர்ட் பண்ணிட்டாரு போயிட்டாரு அப்படி மாதிரி இருக்கலாம். உள்முகமா ஆழ்ந்த ஆத்மார்த்தமா பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா இட்ஸ் an opportunity for liberation. நாம் பூரண விடுதலை அடைவதற்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பாக இருக்கும் நீங்க எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா. That is what called spiritual maturity and spiritual journey. Meditation gives you the sharpness, the sharp acumen, the நுட்பமாக ஒரு விஷயத்தை புரிந்து கொள்ளக்கூடிய திறன், இதெல்லாம் தியானத்தில் உனக்கு கிடைக்கும். பட் தட் டசன்ட் கேரண்டி யூ ரீச்சிங் த சோல். ஆத்மாவை தொடுவதற்கு அது உதவி செய்யுமானா ஓரளவுக்கு தான் அது கொடுக்க முடியும். லேர்னிங் ஃப்ரம் தீஸ் என்விரான்மெண்ட்ஸ், how the nature is teaching each day, each new lesson the nature is teaching. How we are taking it up, how we are learning it up is very important. Am I operating with ego, resisting to learn, resisting to understand? The nature will again apply its own force and teach us in a rigorous way, violent way. And if we are soft, surrender with both hands. ரெண்டு கைகளை கூப்பி இயற்கையில தலை வணங்கணும். அது வார்த்தைகளை சொல்லல, உண்மையா சொல்றேன். You need to bow yourself completely what the nature has offered. Surrender yourself. முழுமையான சரணாகதி அங்க வரணும். இயற்கை என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கிறதோ அதை முழுமையாக ஏற்றுக்கொண்டு சமர்ப்பணம் செய்யணும். When that samarpan happens completely, there slowly the liberation also comes. Liberation also comes. So if you want yourself to be liberated from the things what the nature is offering you now, analyze that. Why nature is offering me this, not the other person? That means what bonding I have. Analyzing that is called introspection. If you do all these things, anger will dissolve. That is a remedy for the anger. Meditation will help you to understand and analyze yourself. Introspection will help you to drop off. அது விடுதலை அடைவதற்கு உதவி செய்யும். இந்த கோணத்துல நீங்க பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, in this angle if you look at இந்த கோணத்துல வாழ்க்கையை பார்த்தோம்னா, நீங்க விடுதலை அடைவதற்கு மிகப்பெரிய உதவியை துன்பம் கொடுத்த மனிதர்கள் செய்திருப்பாங்க. நீங்க ஆழமா உள்ள போகும்போது பெரிஃபரி, if you look at life as a periphery, புறத்துல வெறும் வெளிப்போக்காக மேம்போக்காக வாழ்க்கையை பார்த்தா He came in, if you just look at in the periphery of the life and see things, he has come and hurt you in your life, or she has come and hurt in your life. But if you go see it from inside, in the bottom of yourself, ஆழ் மனதிலிருந்து பார்த்தா, you will see it's an opportunity. அது ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய வாய்ப்பாக அமையும். இது நீங்க எடுத்துக்கங்க. It takes time for everyone to realize. It takes time. It doesn't come just like that easily, not in a lecture or like that. But important. The nature will push. Maybe in this birth, it's a soul only traveling, not the body. Once the body leaves, the soul leaves the body, there is no respect to this body. See, your father, mother, son, daughter, husband, office worker, friends, everyone. The moment the soul leaves the body, they will say, take it off. No respect, no name also. Maximum they will not keep more than 3 days. They will say. They will work is to how to dispose this body as soon as possible. Nobody will give respect to this body. Everyone. No one wants to dispose it as soon as possible. That is the level of respect in this body. So body has to be taken care by doing exercise, because through that only all the experiences come in our life, including the realization. So including the realization. So through the body only all the experiences come in our life. So associating ourselves with the physical body, associating ourselves with the root of the problem, that creates imaginary expectations in our life. That imaginary expectation creates anger. Now to release anger, imaginary expectations has to be fallen down, dissolved. To dissolve the imaginary expectations, we need to do meditation, cross the conscious of body to spirit, body to soul. When that slowly the transition happens, attachments related to small things like dress, clothes, food, all these things just like go away. Just like that they will go away. All these attachments. Similarly, promotion, money, all also slowly one by one will go away. And as it goes away, expectation of life also will go away. Once expectation on life goes away, anger will go away. That's how the journey transformation comes. You will accept your life as it is. Self-acceptance. உங்க வாழ்க்கையை முழுமையை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளக்கூடிய தன்மை கிடைக்கும். Like the water, a drop of water, which traveled and underwent several experiences, it becomes mature. The water which directly fell onto the sea did not have any experience. Directly into the sea, the rainwater. So no maturity. But இது பக்குவம் அடையுது. அப்படியே அது அவ்வளோ அனுபவத்தை அது அனுபவத்தை அடைஞ்சு அது கடல்ல வந்து சேரும்போது பெரிய மகிழ்ச்சி. That's called bliss. As it undergoes all the experiences, the water, right? When it reaches the sea, that's called bliss. Directly if it falls, no life, right? உயிரே இல்லையே. அந்த உயிர் தான் இதெல்லாம். அதை ஏற்றுக்கிட்டு புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அதுக்கு நல்ல பக்குவம் தேவைப்படும். Develop that maturity. God, Guru will offer all sort of assistance if you seek for it. If you are sincerely seeking and sincerely longing, assistance will come from all corners. The only thing is we should open our hand and beg before the Guru or situation or people, or when the nature teaches you that open willingness to learn, all these things will. If somebody is not opening and begging in their hand, who will put money onto their hand? Beggar is there, he has to come and ask, request for money. Otherwise nobody, even if request also, some will not put. If nobody is requesting, simply sitting somewhere else, who will come and put the money to the beggar? So you have to go and request. Same way, the seeking, the longing has to be there from inside. And if the longing, the inner thirst is significant, nature will give wherever you are. It doesn't matter. Somehow it will give, it has to give you. That's what is nature. So that anger is there, expectation on life is there. Don't worry too much. Everybody has a destined the water, right? They will go through in their life and they will learn it. That's what it is all. We can align it here and there, little bit alignment we can do, but the journey of individual soul is, it's like that. It will go like that only. If we have keep that in our mind, we can within the scope of what we can do with our responsibilities, we'll do only this much. Beyond that, whatever happens, let us accept it. That magnanimity, manaviri வர ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். கோபம் குறைச்சிடும், கவலையை குறைச்சிடும். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Andrea, thank you for sharing such profound thoughts this morning with us. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Participants, please feel free to ask any questions you may have. Any questions, comments?
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா. நல்ல அருமையான விளக்கம் கொடுத்தீங்க, சிறப்பா இருந்தது. நன்றி ஐயா. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் அம்மா. வாழ்க.
தேங்க்யூ ஐயா. வாழ்க வளமுடன். ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்ததுங்கய்யா, சிறப்பாக இருந்தது. அபவுட் எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் எனிதிங் இட் ட்ரிகர்ஸ் ஆங்கருங்க, ரொம்ப அருமையாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணீங்கய்யா. டீப்பாக இருந்தது. வாழ்க வளமுடன். தேங்க்யூ.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Let's bless Professor Subramaniam Subbiah. Professor Subramaniam Subbiah and his family be blessed by the divine. His service to the society be blessed by the divine. By the grace of divine, may he enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. வாழ்க வளமுடன். பிரபு மருதாச்சலம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். உலக நல வாழ்த்து. உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும், உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை ஓப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும், பல தொழில்கள் புரிகின்ற பாட்டாளி உயரட்டும், பகுத்துணர்வில் தொகுத்துணர்வு பண்பாட்டை உயர்த்தட்டும், கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும், கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும், நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய்ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you all for joining and have a good day.
தேங்க்யூ பண்ணி.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க.
Thank you so much.
தேங்க்யூ ஐயா. வாழ்க.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா.
வாழ்க.
வளமுடன்.